before you some of my car be on Bandit 2 TV program. So I now pay you be share parliament forecourt and a show boss get the parliament live reading on air bro. And other kind 2020 budget now. And before to the right? And Pambum budget. Now, Mensabe company for the Shasi and Pana, near Bola Gala and Kakra, near John Majin, send you one more a far home and see other kind, near Canadian Sudia, one more dream farm. Many Padmo, but for Japan, and Miami Banasco, Ebe Shasi. Near us and when we go on, near in 24, Edinburgh. Mr. Padmo, I'm not going to Shasi. Okay, the one the Shasi, and not to them when you see it. Budget, and upon it, not as a expert is by able to tax. And council tax being wire too. And I will have one Senate Finance Minister Klein also Besaba. Now I budget to me of Parliament because I was a tax bracket, income tax bracket, changes Kaka, and then now it taking care of 12% minimum wage now. Abanon, it was a non tax. You know, a bit Musama, a bimus salaries, and Ato Mukaka. And I feel so what the families and once someone swabum, someone moved me a file a yikaka family a yidia pushy mono, so they are moving BB a bishop. So in all, I have very stable budget. So no dikaka, the young consolidated macroeconomics now for infrastructure, while outlining a lot of infrastructure projects at 2020 are buying every year. Sika Eddie Bishop. Okay. If you read sector, 80% of all contractors in the year 2020. You could say 2020 action year, 2020 will be who in human or mime, 2020 for sure or mime. One expectation before, is it the same? Was it before? Now I was more on the side, say, generation. I was expecting more ways but he just said, human strengthen system, how they be increasing revenue. So because there's a lot of reforms of course were GRE they can specifically what will be done. But at the end of it is where the finance minister and MP by higher phone good. We're outlining 96 achievements. And then back 96 MPP are buying by why if you know if our budget now back 96 there was say MPP the better say Mr. Padmo, 1 second now. Hey! They say we have to work of that. Because I'm come there 3 days to pay. Manasco, I could get a look at senior man. Honorable Kufia Maku in the Honorable Yamapa, the financial and I will buy a pen. Honorable, young potential budget quickly. And for one income budget. I will take on it briefly. Abedi, we share budget now. Me born it offer. We are making say we have maintained discipline. We got financial discipline, and then so nature the kind of leadership of mine. And I might be able to about, especially within African context. We will say the budget. But we share some of the shares now. Yes, stay within track. We feel say some budget say any opposition. Any common idea or medical and assembly share and near my budget aka. Our reference point from the one of the government would receive from the first budget, second budget, third budget, the consistency and actually say Ghana, you will be a man under His Excellency and another Dr. Kufuor.
yɛde ɛkɔ nti abɛbi yɛwura yɛ leader in parliament ɔsɛ chairman Sabonso ɔka bibi sɛ yɛwie yi aka nneɛma mmienu sɛ yɛde nokware ɛbɛ accept budget no anaasɛ yɛbɛ twist no to the way of propaganda a yɛnim nti yɛsɛ obi sua wasa wakyea ne pan ananka saa nimu deɛ bamegyedi sɛ budget yi deɛ and I wasn't expecting anything more than the consistency sɛnea yɛhyɛ aseɛ ɛne the pace a yɛde aman no ɛkora biribiara nsesaeɛ no that means sɛ yɛde bɛkɔ akyiri paa nti budget a
ɛno deɛ mempɛ sɛ mɛka ho asɛm wɔ ha gɔfɛ ho ama m'ani agye mewɛ nso aho ɛnti bɔ mmɔden abɛ studio
never studio
ɛdas
na wɔte a
ɛnti yɛ bɔkɔɔ deɛ
very well mɛwura to wɔn so
sɛ meka mɛsipele meka sɛ m'ani agye mewɛ nso aho sɛ ɔne yɛ no mehu ne bi sɛ bado yɛbɛda ase na afei yɛama yɛm sɛ nnɛ yɛhyɛ da twe waa paa sɛ yɛbɛda no akɔdu wo mu ana afei yɛne mpɛnɛpɛ no bi adi nkɔmmɔ sɛ bɛda ase ɔde Mama South Japan or a business consultant and environmental science in Depa no is Gassam and Mamma environmental issues but Yakasa Mondays is the environmental issues to be best. Yako enemy and Penifoni be bidding for as and when they come through then Honorable Minister, Deputy Minister for Education, Honorable Gifty Watanase. And then they acquire all for all, but one at a time. I will sit with you. Honorable, the Mawakaba. I will also hire fair. We have said that house. I could see say.
Sub-radio budget we are paying. Now, yes, I do really pay me. So, we develop human resource. Now, we develop infrastructure. So, the money are well catered for in the budget. So, you have human resource, the education sector here, the Dasua. For preschool, the level duma, teacher Sika, and other staff, the level duma, for secondary, the level duma, well budgeted for. So far, tertiary usua, the level duma, so for traditional universities now for technical universities now for vocational schools. Now we say we now well catered for. Say your infrastructure usua, education. So for budgeting now. Infrastructure so for
who part say and say budget we need all round budget to your view.
To my view, if it's a name here, human resource development and infrastructure. Say name anyway at 2 years. If you are falling in place.
Honorable Police Manpower. Honorable Emma Faba. I also am a senior prophet. Honorable, let's show what you for budget
budget with the people-centered budget. I mean, for more indication, interventions are buying no IE with the sole aim. They say you bet me improve the welfare of our people. Can cophobia bind up and the buy na scarce as the morning na on sanka can necessary allowances, teacher training allowances, including even free SHS. Sika, our phone come back to school fees in and then back to them. Enti a money part the one I believe our mining. And I will acquire who do a buying a sika said a coin beer, so now see it me a year. Send a bear covered ye, beer, one. It tells you, say, this is a pro-people and pro-business budget. And we are very grateful to His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo. Ofa baby, I do be can say 4 more years. It's say nipa ya dia o say ye na amfoso and the chairman to us. It also give say 4 more years for His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo. It's an anima OGNC. Exactly.
Mami bisa honorable gifty. Bebre na enka who say Africa and Ghana from our history. President she say you do budget year election year sorry. Can your budget no you be overspend it. Na we no amane sa.
Yes. I'm one to say you know enyina atko. It's yes the kind of experiment some yet let's na one election year tino ye gugu emre from the who say year one and the introduce free citizens. And I hear the sun, yes, stop all challenges and it will be a dream. Let's just say, young we did not take Ghanaians for granted. You will say any Ghana for an able of mine. It's a chassis from year one and a chassis, a year she share your part. So we are share your part if you are chassis. But you election year, we are so wake up.
Yes.
And don't see the woman budget.
So that's what
we are online. Human development and infrastructure development. Say the kind. Say, see a guy, I have human development. Now, when I did not also, would you see a show? I also not call a pony up a year to someone. You all did go, of course, with your tears. Come back home, a quiet to who I have. Yes, I'm sure. I'm a franca. And your free suggest now. What the problem is, I'm a for children. Nina had been created for security threats and no security. And now the government is security threats, and enough for food and so Amma, yeah, I can say of some shape to man.
Never idle hands.
And say,
this is right now, you busy.
It's what we say, and say, you want to become myself. I saw security. Basabasina so and Untino, yeah, I catch a gun for the same. So they were more than human development. And yeah, I hope was Subiano. You want to tenter Sanka school, let's say, Judia. And the career I began on Password. The web ran, send the young woman running the pub and play or your pants. Someone you know, make and say, yeah, Magana, and you know, your baby to I was a dear mine. That will be honest, so the Busway, Ghana, I don't send you a diploma, also preference. Hey, honorable, I'm going to see you. I'm going to Papa. What you papa the one papa the be anyone. What I say, I say you need your man's work. Yeah, I'm going to put your man's work. Thank you. It's going in I can say, sub budget, a development plan, then change your new film. You say, Ghana for the president, and I don't for the Atsina Subio, the MPP, Atsina Swat check, the Ghana, Ghana. You better ask. Might be a idea. Yes, I'm not for the one to do. You better say, honorable gift to Sumako. You give us a ministry super and the family ever studio the other day. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Honorable police, as well. Honorable, I'm also asking my tractor. But they don't come with you say, play your presidency. You do election year, you overspend it. Now, when you are on again, office are there factors in here. And you say you're about to overspend this election year. I mean, that's it. When it comes to economic management, there are certain discipline we ought to ensure. Bako fiscal discipline. So, and over the years, the expectation is that young first can na affecting inflation. Now we are back to square one. That's actually mining to Akechi. But a bad way I've been and net your home as I've been in Chilima say I was putting up a very solid foundation and Mafra and I'm not telling about what a bravo mobile a car anyone is that into nearby you're passing maybe a fiscal responsibility act. And no any PFMB acting no Sabi guide in terms of reckless spending on the matter.
abanda da no yina yenim pezakufo de futu buy say ye mobosia emfa tabi entwa yenum na mo ntwa yenum padan disi ba ye miniamu ntakamo kopesika sika na bebo mu ana mo de to chinchingawe ne ade enti sa ne mani nyina ekoso padu we ye pa ye na yes is reckless spending no ye mfa ye ho ehiem remom ye be ye nhihye papa ebi e na wo se de budget no ya ye no no a etie ba ni nyina ne se yanjintum te se wo personal budget efi a ye timu wo ye papa na se wo ye maame a wo kire aduane a ebi a abusua nuclear family no ebe di da no se na bi a mo be di fufu a wo timi ka se ne ye me di fufu enti no obia endi se bi emo ana banku sabe pe na national budget no etie national budget no I will say you empathize sometimes with the government say in the midst of media resources no aban wetima chairman na so obia so obia na bibi kaka we na che say yenya aban a owa abadaye aban a sebi wo wotima aban a odwene ne ma ho aban a woye kado se ne ma ye die eda na koma so eno no nsoso ya eda na kufu ado aban a yewe mu ene aban dada no a sebi oba ye no amepe brabia amo eye express mama aban na meka no aban na meka no eno a finance minister oye budget no ode to ma se be gbe oye no o ti se na opposition fo no ka se omo tunum bi na ni na omo to no no omo refi se ya JMBW so da me channel you see omo ko so ba for mo a tada so ka ya church say oboy beko oko so ba for beko honorable police so for that's thank you very much honorable police also am for any of the edu ko na play ya for me say that we share say kan na akwa say gala match we ba no ko so and we na say e ba ji for the do na abi share ena dia kwani fo lori siam hele kwat na banasu also banasu tina se debi ko so e ku banasu ba ko banasu ba mi ko madam pa so mi ma ko ba me pesa ko be ju ani se fa ba ye be ko no people na ji bi se nka Africa na Ghana ko die ye be ko election year budget ye be tia ye go pass we dey amane sa and our social budget now overview general view on it as well
Ghana thing na me did say Ghana for by now the you know abaya ye papa ban so papa abaya by 8 years obaye you ni ye be ko ye be ka for aba ne be ko election year say na omosi spend this na budget na ebulate na do adwene ntiase so aban papa aba ye ba ye so yaka ye see ye for 2020 and say ye ba be spend haphazardly and say ye be spend am na go to be na men send patabi because the election so say about that na ye hu so ye tika bi ko mi ade that's true and their own selfish interest we dey antisa ye we no ya streamline bibia a ye say ye di sa de no so kama ma Ghana ko na ya ko but we say budget we ye income ni masanja ahota budget e na essence ye at the papa a budget of hope because ye ba ye no ye mobi ahu say ye de ye ba de ye juma ye ba the Ghana ama Ghana etunpon ni santi na ye manifesto we have been said we are focusing on the manifesto and fulfilling the promises that we made to Ghanaians. Yes, ye ba ye fear teachers I car a woman and yes kakwa and now the picture for time to she ba ya fulfill that promise no ama sisia and koran ka come by no na me di center fear and ba e post school e Ghana ha na bra adwene en ntiase so ye ba ye na school feeding up president for the buyer school feeding na etum pon en korana say amu we e konti to ampo no munye diane do munye nje de school no na ntisa e kapa abayo adada okoye no oja to wo no na e ha adwen akufa do abaye adwene Ghana ho e papa say maba no nese na be take over ntina abaye we abokego ntina me betina o aha na I can't want no better than why you do. My kids want to finish our promise. When you say I can't in April, I'm council school feeding, a catchy year, a genie in our free home. Mrs. Alawanza, the Mahama and son or the bar by me, what kind, what say, or bar, obey Mrs. Allowance, obey him and let's check allowance.
As a gala, you might cast an uncovered. You have to ask who's studio. Matty, you better see now. I'll pay you until the next person. For the foreign and light, that's the
I think what say, at one good time deserves another. If you say, a bank up and BBI, they can attest to it.
But it's a matter of one deserves another.
Yes, one good time deserves another.
And as I said, we send out to left and right. So far, it will say.
I'm saying, you better, yeah, Papa, Nana, and the Danko Akufo say, watch a gun for sale, you'll be or your batter or drink of phone. No, I was a boy, my now take young of 4 car, and I will focus. But I don't know, I just saw a very, very focused. As I said, budget to win. And you have this in your soul yet. The 17 priority project government. Nina, no discussion, Washam Kana. Never be to say school feeding, free SHS, 1 village, 1 dam, 1 district, 1 factory, one district, 1 warehouse, planning for food and jobs. And then, Konambai, Nakob, why Nina, no, or discussion. Now, Nina say, I have done a free every type there. Ghana for every trade fair, then and yes, time to time, back at Kaya. Maybe a fever. Abra, the now at the Danko for Robert Kujano. Abra Kujano. In idea of Ghana. And they say, O man, I no can't a Chawisha. Kaya didn't amon in a Kayan fee. A Chawisha. Banks are buying Adijo Musica, as a result, banks will be our Dinjo Monaso, and there banks will be Obiono. A Adana. Unko get fund. A care never honor said the get fund or more budget, annual budget over 6 years, to me 20. Until I just say, Yamma contract Bebra, Sikabiano, until once I know quote this to be a won't say, school day is your Mujai, road or your Mujai, or share cocoa or Moya. Most of the cocoa contract by a more than Mosca. I buy in just in the case of Kofu, didn't tell so yet. Now did you vote? I am desert, you are not so. Or you know, vote number. What I say? And females say, I want no yakin. And a Ghana, I dare that chair, and I do so. Yet the doom such a chair, and I Ghana, Juman, Joe, entering Jan, and I so. Factory, Ghana for Monkai, and females are by some corner, nay, da, 7 o'clock quadras, 8 o'clock quadras. I bet you Matina, Obiashi, Janet, Obiaco, Janet, and Nifiashi, Uncle Fow. And females have a second dry air will command. And then another by Nina Ajo, Obianca do so. The light of Bakan will be a Sano. Say, do so bana because you say I don't bear some Fibri. And as I mean, if you are. And then finances are catching a Ghana for your nation. As I say, unemployment, graduate unemployment, if you are. There are 4 police in 20 community police in 23,400. There are 4 teachers over 76,000. Then you go for over 90,000 cocoa spraying and cocoa extension. You have agric extension officers. You have 4. You have 4 cocoa. Nurses. I was saying, Ghana for we were somewhere you will be if you do her. Internet, I say, Sikan, your mind was your mind. You're checking for Sikan idea.
That's one happy besides, and can go back to us. Regularly, precedents, say, your budget, you overspend it, but wait there. I can't say, yes, you do.
I don't think I may say Ghana way. Or my pain, I put Fabu, or your mediama, or your Mampia mediama. Or San said, I think that the 2 bar. And what they buy a piano, ya says, he can say, I travel or money dribble from Tim. Now, clear buye, or my parents on the side and yet home. Siko being if your mind or best spend it. I'm saying, Rebecca says, King of money, or you are catch yourself, he came into a offer, or baby, I know, the best I could told him some view. Over you know, and maybe only you and your view.
over the outcome best says a bill. Now, our parents say, oh, yes, Jumano. I am just saying, or say, Ghana for Marcus, I say, most of my parents say, into a Jessica, while bear Ghana Pamay. Say, you may win on my paying yet or budget team. I fought for so one day, Memphis fancy, I fought for one day. I'm a paying say, young landing beach, the 10 landing beach, or this cash budget team. Yeah, you need now by November. I say about December. No, here we are 10 landing beaches in beaches in hospital home, beaches in baby over school stars home, baby over his home. Niya Yamam. And say, I'm paying one take one wire the one about my hand. Nayanta nature, young you biara, Robert promise baby. You go on the Ghana baby when you do my yet. We create employment. Or the stability of a system and the better nature. You better answer, honorable. You better answer. Yamawako. Yakon and that's another kind of a good dinner acquaintance Galano. You call one at a time. Obi Biaba. Oh, boy. Honorable Yamakaba. Those are Yakin can budget not just say 1 year was. I need you. But when did you look at Kramai?
Is moving beyond 8. Tonight, baby, yes, Sagami. So, budget, yeah, yes, 20. Only in the there, yeah, basic, fiscal discipline. The best sense of my fine will spend within our means.
At least not more than 5% of our GDP. And my area, a common Kazagana.
But before budget, now what expectations here then?
You put on me that say Barbara Ashley me a keep no deputy minister for education, a deputy minister works in house and now Madam Wana social net TV. Akwenya what net TV Akwenya was once the one of the dad and the Barbara Akwenya and there was any expectation in your day. Not say unemployment, it must someone BB. No more one pair there, not saying a one more assam. No more one pair there, not say agriculture, more assam. No me expect today, not a TVET assam. Now, there is a me and a pedament once a Naminadum, or your honorable minister, finance minister, or Kawasa. You're talking about unemployment. My dear, you know, many and Kano are a jack of war. I mean, propaganda, but no quite some epidemic. Unemployment Association at the time was so many. It started during the NDC era. I was then a teacher. Okay. At Ejakufona Derby. Tell me, we are a pet, because I was legal. Okay. And kind of a woman at a travel. Already, Abia, into sent it to our P. What teaching, obey nurses, now obey your friend, your teachers, no nurses near day. Now, or you do and prepare. It will be any wage more than Nakasho. It's your Banadan. Meaning, not during the NDC time. What you have said, Paul Ebasa, if you are near appointment letter bed, 3 months pen or bed. I'm a mechanic, if you told me I speak with experience. It's that time, unemployment or crucial. Only that time, I had the young share IMF. IMF say no, make them young fat, young way, young fat. That was the time the social Ghana. Unemployment agitators. His Excellency, yes, the young blame game. We need to talk about it to guide us into the future. It's the time we school. Sabi batan watch no come when you be in school. Nature way nature Nti yemfa bibia wo fa napko is an intervention na napko na yezebe no oya bebre submit be obi ka da oya permanent. What is not permanent? Napko offer ma inya 700 Ghana as a member of parliament.
UCC and the technical university in other places. Even the salary.
We knew 700, yeah.
700. Built to experience.
Then your experience.
Knowledge. So you're teaching that. So your internal revenue. Well, look at when the penny or one back a day, one dog, day, on you obey. It's a blessing.
Honorable Baba, you better ask. And then you extensive review. Deputy Minister for Education, sorry, and then you're bono tougher. We will say tots, and I say gala match. Your gym penny falling now, drink after. A bit see that. Say I read the budget every no young penny falling near be some near Nanka one movie after budget. Open your mouth. Across Ghana, president yes, every election year you spend your budget, but another year, NPP are buying person chase or your history.
Yeah, Yeri can mention a deal for Namamas and in 2004, Mampeni for April, it means maintaining fiscal deficit. Limit our asset. And I was President Nanado, a finance minister, introduced fiscal responsibility act. And on my home crime, I spending more than 5% of our budget deficit. And into no budget now we're reading now. Of say even though 2020 no, yeah, our election year, but on bit me aspend this common you bit me maintain stability now. I buy na economy no shamble economy no na area na sabi be dey page for na akwa kodu no and say you can say election ti no you go spend na ya asset nyina na nti no be dey me feel say e nige e de magana nyina ma yen hwe so ya be ko abe read budget no na enie na wo hwe kan say obi hu na did it meet your expectations? Yeah, Ghana for example utia NDC for unprecedented say o ma ye kwan a wo Ghana ha nyina but abere me no kan ni ka say na what to be ano MPs both NDC MPP nyina no ye the questions e pa kwan ho parliament the same thing na uti o man ni mu a na nanom na amanfo e ko demonstration na kire say ni NDC for kan na nya no bre and into so real budget ni mu a Eurobond am pa ko raise about 3 billion or some delegate about $1 billion or the boy already no cocoa board for Afrobi or 2.2 billion Ghana citizens so you my contractors are do na air site and specifically no western offer a contour crime no case sabri no mugusu de dendia yegu kota the other areas na town rules or beyond other areas na yegusu aye intermediate expectation no if you say my meeting expectation na merere
no you better ask so you hope say be shout studio near we now so why are there and before e be so as me kind budget and honorable minister of finance at the budget abeto me tire we say per article 179 in section 20 the one no actually say e was say afi ana time room no honorable minister for finance ebe gina president anam no pinkan yesi kan sam ni hihye ni tutoya aban aye e de kire na afi parliament bobo going forward no parliament ebe spread e de ama various committees ni groups no won so ahwem na afi ye de back to the floor na afi won agi atum na won ma pass e na de obekan keke afi na won be kom at the committee levels in the keka ho na afi won ma pass na afi ye de aye adwuma going forward Banasco one of your resource persons or your communications member de ma NPP esanso ochecheni ene abata na awofo do adisia anyipa Banasco and then we say no we check the new waso ebie wani aso bi ade sika ayira Banasco sa enu so hu ye
Sampana Yakano. I have no option than to make me what's nothing. Yeah. Now the Akosuni Milano and some 4 women you be taking one by one. Say the Baya, Yakoya and Pessia, so Yakoba be a free Biania to me bomb money to Nabuni. Naminia, hold him. ade bako a ɛyɛ me dia that is most topical of all ɛne aban no egyina siprim a wasi sɛ afi yɛnyɛ ade a ɔde bibi a ɛyɛ ɛtoɔ ɛba bɛto Ghana fo so ɛne sɛ ɔhyɛ a yɛ tax base nankasa no nipa nso mu tua toɔ ne adeɛ no enu mu nhyehyɛeɛ ɛna egu so a ɔyɛ sɛ ɔbɛyɛ ne yie sɛ de bɛyɛ nipa dodoɔ bɛnyɛ ɔpɛpa ne ahofama a yɛde bɛtua toɔ ne yɛde esi so ɔman no ne nua bɛbi Ghana fo ɛhyɛ yɛ nyinaa ne wiase afa na nyinaa ɔman ne bɛtu mpɔn a adeɛ baako a ɔmo de tu anamɔ ɛyɛ toɔ ɛyɛ tax meka sɛ me ne madamfo bi kɔpie wɔ ɛyɛ amanɔne baabi na yɛkɔ paake kaa ɛwɔ airport bɛ yɛkɔ show bi woni within a short second yɛbaa ne yɛsɛ 60 pounds ɛna bisa me sɛ 60 pounds yɛde ba Ghana bɛɛ sɛ yɛde multiply by 6 a 6 times 6 kwan ne yɛsɛn that is around 36 what you say by the end of the day no they pay with joy 360 Ghana cedis asem na make am they pay with joy because they know say sika na yɛtua no yɛde bɛyɛ mepa ɛni ti hwɛ nkabom ne mpuntuo budget ya afei yɛ sika sanfoɔ kanofoliata ba bɛka na ɛyɛ ade a wɔsɛ Ghana ni bia ne gye ho na etitiriw ne sɛ anipa a ɛbere a bɛtɔ mu kɔ sika yɛde ma ɛyɛ aban no so ɔpɛnyɛ adwuma no anima bi ɔde ayɛ anaa ɛndrɛ no bi ka asɛm bi but ɛndɛ finance minister bɛsi so poma ama yɛhu sɛ ɛmbɛbu no nnwuma a wɔsɛ yɛ create ma mbɛbu no nyɛ adwuma yɛ no nipa dodo a nyɛ adwuma yɛ wɔ aban yi mu yɛkeka bɔ ma mbɛbu nkoa no over 350,000 ɛberɛ bi a bɛse nkɔ ne yɛ wɔ adeɛ ɛfɛ no graduate unemployment yes graduate unemployment na yɛdeɛ na yɛ nokorɛ na woba me mpɛsira so kɔ asumɔ dɔ bɛmba akɔ a nipa nyɛ bi yɛ no anamu a ɔmo tu no wohu sɛ ampa ɔmo anya ahotosoɔ bi wɔ aban no mu na ama ɔmo asetena mu so no ɛnyie pɛ ɛnsiyɛ nanso yɛfa no scale of 1 to 10 a ɔmo ne nam bɛyɛ 7 as compared to say no ɔmo ne nam 0 ɛwɔ NDC mu eti the budget gives a lot of promises it gives a lot of prospects so indeed Ghana is going to be clothed in a palanquin that will be most suitable for all Ghanaians to enjoy. Look at the revenue from the oil sector, what it is being used for. In the days past, the NDC days, what were we seeing? We see profligate expenditure, using the money in a way and manner, not what the ordinary Ghanaian. And they take the records and see, is it GDP growth? Is it fiscal space? Is it employment? Is it on education? Is it on health? When we talk about say the ambulance is about, and topically you know I will go there. Because that is my field. That is one of the key areas I'm a pet. Say a baby and yen is hunu. Now what ambulances? Say district Biano
and this are from Biama.
Total one. Parliament tells us that see a bihagro. Yes, maybe one each other to be one who no man out to channel with him. Mebwa,
Mr. Wasi.
It's a handy bihagro.
Into water and it's a one vision, say a branch. Now, so
understand the answer. Namia Duma, as a for one of them. Yababania Babua is more of them back on Manapon in the next near future. What just here. But what I'm saying is that comparing what has been brought here, you see, I went out a little. I imitate someone else. I'm more a guy was arguing.
It's only
ambulance in the
ambulance.
I had to take the person there to show him that this is what we are looking for as ambulance. It is not any ordinary thing that you need to bring to Ghana as ambulance. You don't bring a trotro and call it ambulance. People were putting the machines and everything in the ambulance so that it will become of standard for it to be used. And this is a swabber. Say ambulance because people should accept it.
But that's where and then
and then this one but you want to gala obi baba the military tour na me dey can say budget are better for me. One, it is based on certain key pillars and that is why I said I was taking notes.
But I know there can be an extensive one with studio.
Let me let Ghanaians know what has been said and what we are going to do.
Just
a minute. One, on a sound economic footing and to try to know 89 people. Two, issues and what statutory payment and answer on education, on health, or so the corner. Abana and not this one the same. Now, what's Abana say? Oh, or expanding the budget. And that is not important. Spending over 600 million over expenditure.
Banasco and anything Banasco already know he's already on fire. Banasco communication member NPP. Ebano say Pomudin Samun and Ma woman Samuswa or ya the prime say Honsi in the field or Sansi a Cheshini. Now, your question, you better take a quick break. Say about yɛbɛto aso aha Parliament House of Ghana yɛbɛhwɛ budget presentation and 2020 budget presentation honorable Ken Oforiata edima parliamentarian said am kire wo no ewo emranim constitutional say per Act 179 section 21 no kire say ewo say bidru say finance minister eba parliament na obegina president anemu kenkan yesika 7 to 20 hihye edima yemanfo na panefo timu nsem no mbobo ba ko yanim no afa ne yede beko committees awodo no mo so abobo mu na afa ya pass na panefo a ye ne omudi nkomo ene ya minister of finance atena se onabo koju opon kuma eduma me yesu ba ye bi pa kwanim onabo no ma kwa ba ni hu say o to floor na che say o tutu nyoma ye trotro nyoma pass national budget kan etim say
am say boy budget to so 9 first term no budget a etwato egi enti ukani na fuwa mechemunum
okay
the dikan finance minister tell say the friend macro performance and now on man ni sika sem ni na ne fapin say na beto no 2016 they are abandada ndi jae na de behwe na Omani si kasem fapem no yetumi edi egina yi.
Okay.
And no fa do na poso for growth for inflation for ninyin nara egina yi.
Okay.
The tosu mienu the friend fiscal performance.
Okay.
So afie bia sika aban eje no de aye na adwuma. Eti sen o kire mu say ye target a ye set ma ye ho no ye nruye. Memom what the toto de beto ye no ho a yakọ ye ni afie bia ye kwa bebe 20% growth in revenues at the same time so no bosia component na wo fiscal ni mo no a e magana kakoso no yate so ye beto be 9% on a commitment basis and be 6 plus on cash basis ye na yate so ma ba be 4 point afie we say be 4.7 na ye de mra kra chichire ye say ye ma no more than 5% even in 2020. Into fiscal performance no cry no say you know your target ya koye ni ya to so mi ensan ye ko san comfortable bisa say into macro performance na ye yi no na dey na me say akabi wo mi bottom they say how does a macro translate into micro and no so kire mu say pipe perform ba no and na flagship programs into say macro ni ye into ni etumi ye free senior high school na nkwala 1.2 million say e ko school free a enu ye sika abewura awofo bottom sika abewura omo pam school uniforms bottom sika abewura omo aye school feeding for bottom say ye de lip ye trem na nkofo dodo onye sika ni bia enu sika bank of bottom say planting for food and jobs ye bueku ya fo a sika ekomu no sika ba efuafo bottom koko mu peja sika ba efuafo bottom enti your flagship programs ni nyina no na nim na kire se sika bank of allowances are restored napco ni na sika bank of bottom ene ye de toso miensa de toso nan kosa bako Ghana fo nyina bisa ye mpuntujuma afan ene aspiti ni sukuu ni ade eno so san kire mu se ye sika sem no mu peja no se ye nya ko homa sika ye de ye sa anyuma no na obi abedi no prese obi eni ho de ne bosumi akatua etumisi ni dan wie da ba ko da untumi nyu pay ne na anasa afie we say awo je na de ni na sidan enye yeda nti ya ye pesika da ho ne de sidan we find other funding sources na wo de asimu no bia wetuatua ne kakra nyame ncha de ye kofa bibi to say hydro ne nkeka ho ba ya ye nuano mandisi fo e hyeda boa pa bo Ghana fo yem say omo mani yie omo kotro ma IMF say IMF stop transaction no you your box site are there to ase no omo de for court sabre ko omo say na court say court nsay no nto nyankopon ta echi time ye can say the battle is the Lord's no and one still you go nyankopon ta echi enti no hydro first four lots e husikaba ansana enema hodo so a ebo amambu sizuma aye no ye piepia ma na kore na de twato eya bebre say abato afide fieskagum na weni fiscal discipline and as an idea who knew was Casemo no owura kenoforiata a ugina omampani anem wa kire me nyina ate sa afia we say yesu bibi say 2004 owura kufuo edi ne ho ni e was Casemo no odi nkunim wonu ma ye omo say 2016 say ne owura joma ama ye na o check asambo na o chase ono ane car na ugina mu mwe ka ya video cb ugina ne car mu no ugina na o yis ka chairman kofo no eno yempe wini aba owie ye no lose ye kwa na ya keka ko be 1 million so man penin say and finance ne vice president Mati say ye nyina na so na adwumade ne ye mo hu dewuru na ye ma fiscal discipline ye entra 5% of GDP because ye ne saa 2021 I just say some start for pro enti ye ne saa
president say ye history mo no ya ne saa ma nye ye hwe and ye na sha NPP aban kete say ma overspend election year
because you say will be paying enti na asrewa or man ne bed duane a no wa yi nani ato nchen sense first no ye no no anano no de won ba no ye will be paying say ye election year expenditure na say ye di ye huni edi so a na sabe yantu sika nguma yetumi di mponim ebi na de oru akufo de ye mfato 2004 ye hunu bi paying we ye no fi na hwe other times other president so oru John Dramani Mahama 2016 ka so betu sika gum ebi na me kire so no agina ne ka mu hwe aka nation ne ade no agina enyo enti enye se ebetwa na 4 years watu sika gum de ye ne se be man kwala na nya free SHS from first year akwala nya free SHS anya last year na afi ubetu sika ma no we restore na allowance anya last year na betu sika ma no se ubu ekua ni man planting for food and jobs ko ni anya last year na betu sika ma ti de twa to ne se fiscal discipline so no e de be ye
honorable ye bedas and come we a short one brief in the short but the best expect say we go studio now
never
and let's see our can
we are here
honorable pick up Okuma Minister of Information and any do command so na be kwa so aka no e mra ho adwuma ne ye ne emra na hye say ne e was say finance minister e be kan your budget ejina president anamu kan your budget no kan wi a empanifo ani o mu di nkomo yi ahwe ho na won mu so agbobo mu na wo ma kire ya adwen ni agi ato ni apase na fe 2020 ye de ayedwuma honorable Mako Aba me ne honorable Kujopon Kuma na awie mi bisa ensem mienu pe budget e kan yi doesn't meet your expectation and why is the NPP government avoiding overspending the coming election year?
Within the Honorable Dr. Patrick Wachiado,
okay.
Ashanti Meaning, as all here now, a Niki Sam is answered. If you mean Senia, the Naku are buying by you. Yet and to Boisier, Nimidia, Ahobrasia, Quinso, Ashisha, Ghana, Sikasemono. Amaminoga say, Ejina and Nasopa, Ejina ye. Na yase mfantu ntinya prison ne round ye kan na etwe ni akọ 2016 de na Ghana sika 70 so wo hwa 2017-2018 the GDP kakaka afibia e kosoro ni nyina ye adwumaden aban ne ye na me yehu de yehu wo hwa inflation ebeto 15.4% aban ya bon homoden 2017 na aba 11.2 2018 na about 9.7 2019 and then you say around 7.6 and nigisem esan say emre bi atwemu no na inflation ni na 40% no ukoto ade na ujesi ho be don hwere ba
no ho ba
na yesi sigana tia na so tia bi down yami adom consistently since April last year inflation did single digit and just abina bon homody minia economy say na o rebeldia edi tia ka say na Nekufu Addo ene Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia o ma bo mu homody ni ehu de ehu o hwe yen flagship programs e dey by planting for food and job ene isi tie minister of finance o say enipa pore 1.9 million eye akuafo ena say dwumadie we aboa wo ma enuane o de ba nyina so aboa ma enuane bo aba fom enu nti na eme yehu inflation wo fom no enuane ane bo wo fom no ene na eme yehu inflation wo fom no eto so biem wo hwe mrantie ne maba wa no mo wie school mfie miensa mfie na mfie num anyame adom napko getimi aboa emu getting to 100,000 bosome so omoji bibi kakra de kofia ene kra manya ne tie se bebre na sha se omo ware yesa se ni da so ho
yesa ba ne sa MPs mu atom kakra
ye ho atom kakra ne de no kra PSHS me no ga say enkola 1.2 million ana aban form ho ka ama ho fo ho ato wo mo enuane akuafo ye nyina e de kokofidi nkola no sika ne bi ba akuafo botom sikana nka awofo no so de bekwa kotua school fees ni nyina
e so mo to
ofa bibi ti se infan se eka e wo se nka ankwankwan bo abayan fa sa aka we nyina to mo so a ye keka bo mfie miensen sikana bro opepe 12.2 billion e wo ankwankwan bo to me gidi se
ni nyina ye bi abayan ye de aboa
me gidi se abayan alei ebe boy ma 2020 abayan timi atoa so ama bamunu no adwuma bebre aye
wo wugidie ni sadia abayan ti so yi koi okone saa na de asa power ne hye ne sam 2020 a Ghana ye mre 20
Ghana be ka be hwe minia so oye kofo ni first term or the building foundation and then the second term no na prosperity jobs any punto
ye be da
now here ya minia
ye be da sadia me kan no ene adwuma no ye bo no tofa saa ne yakọ mene honorable doctor are you a free Prabre and of Prabre Fijal section and Prabre Fijal section Prabre in town is a Fijal section. Okay, thank you. Honorable Emma Kwaba. What an answer to Pamaya, there is a mamu near Juma. Now, Yakomo, the person may do a drink budget. Simanafi, maybe some say, the DNT and people are buying iron, I just say, all overspend it regardless. Who share budget no Kayana, which was a minister, a shan who I say, all my expenditure and bro, to say that it's been met here.
The budget, you know, a cobro so na Osikani na Ekutiaka. Entino, Empe Bebre, no. Obi an pese o budget no kwa akọbru su bebre yes tana be ya usika ni na ekotua na eyesa na omanfo no omosi aketua enkosro edanbo ayeden taxes nko a se ekosro bebre a ema efoso aban no ma ento ekosro ento hwe ya under NDC no for 8 years omo taxes omo de buy and ebu over 60 new taxes ba wo hwe under MPP a yen wo no ya yi taxes bebre ana sikampo a de etwa mensuru mo na nado timi ye ya me hu bi da ye duty se wo ko port na wa ko yi niema wo port ye ntade a ye hye ye milk a ye nom the tin tomatoes ye fried to ye de ye aduane ni na afi amano ne na eba na ebeduru ho no mo a na owatumi ama duty na ewo so no wate so fa enti ama ye sika sem no so no aba from asisi ame no ka sei sika ye person ka yenya na afi no saa sika no ye ntimi enya esa ehumabro aya wona na adu akuma mu se ye ntimi emfa amamo nu nko yenim abra ye mabo eden ye ntimi nti so enu nti no eye efa bebre no eye achia enso emu ye I mean ye sika sem aya beto eden se ye de discipline ato so say ye ma yesika ye spend no nkoso show oya de ya bebi a obeko bia oya de ya bebi a obeko bia no de bia che ubo sika e na odi aka o budget ho efri nkoma preso ye nya sika eso niam a wose ye yeda de bia no kire okobo bosia ebeka o budget ho eho ena enko no okobo sa bosia na deficit no asichire ne o pedu o num o akoboro num abeka ho edu no echire no na kwasa nso akobọ bosia ma na kodu num 15
ansi hu no so beka ho
ense hu na beka ni che se o wi ase a wo ti wa Ghana ha no bibia o di tuaka na emanfo no kasa edo na na do se saa de ne de wetwem
enti 7 na ye 2016
ye de ba ya ahochi na awo ye so anya da roma ye ye ho kakran ba oyo beba 2020 we were rechem say se yetimi support na nado na sa budget we wo hwa o se ye be ye mantem o se oni hwe magana fo a enko afena eba na wiye no na ye kwan ya wo ye ko mu bebre dia obeye ye kwan no bebre amaye na ye be ko 2021 no oyo no a yenya no ehu sika no be bobbo ho biensa esa 150,000 barrel no e be ko be 400,000 enti e be sika bebre enti no onkobo besia bio bia ho bio de oni ye sika Ghana beyond aid ye de ye sika no
obe overspend during election year e dey na aka ho
say twaso eye de every day na yentime enye significant progress plenty and yentime enko yini because him said ye na eni emoaye ye ka budget this time ye person you break it down e ma no ba ma Ghana for nyina ete de ye kana say ene ejumadi a ebedi ana finance minister ebedi wa ha no obekire say afie da yini mo no sika beba oban efutuo mo no ehin na say sika no ebefi say ebefi tax say ebefi grant say ebefi oil the nyina no aban minister abekire ye de atoso mienu eye say sika no ba eden na ye di say sika no ebeye eno so wakire ye de atoso emiasa ye sika na eba no ene de epese ye de ye no ebeye the same na say ebe ko 0 there be 0 say de ye je no edo so say de ebe na ebenya surplus they say the year the ebe no edo so say de ye je na ebenya deficit say deficit na ena ADMY because every year bia no afa ye beko baby ni akobo busua ene ho ensi ho afa eno so eche say sika eba ofutuo mu kwa na udi says cannot da benda na obenye sika edi aye productive dey dia ye no say afi we finance minister eba emi ye pass law be ye no Fiscal Responsibility Act so Fiscal Responsibility Act no at the ceiling eto ye deficit no so enti me spend it beyond 5%. Beyond 5%, the year cano. Last time I had election year, no. That time, no, now IMF ni aban NDC for a year discussion. But almost also overspending budget by 9.3%. And that will come back, I will say rebase and about 7.something%. But at the time, no, we share the size of our economy. Relative to Sika almost say 9.3%. Yeah, the say, yeah, can say election year. Sika bia ebe bia na ya spending. The year pa na say. What's the be a friend of macro economy? You can macro economy, you can inflation, you can GDP growth, you can your current account balance. Meaning, I know, I'm not for I can say, now macroeconomics, I'm okay, Crano. Affect yes. No crap, say, macro economics, macro no, yeah, share a buy a mining, micro no, a individual, and I say, one family. It is a macro no, and a micro no. Sunny eba form. Now, sunny eba forms within 1 day. It will take a bit of time. You're creating a conducive macroeconomic environment. It is a say, we share economy. You be so mono now at the rate of 3.4%. You can say economy I feel be a protective and I say baby dear I didn't cost no. You didn't a boom. You the bomb near wood your GDP echo. So, yentimi anya sane yentimi esusu ana cha say ye ne baby eko ye buy no nanka nyama ye no expanded by 3.4% and we are almost hitting 8%. You better say honorable. You better say mo boy juma. You better show him any appointment anytime. All right. You better say honorable. Hey, doctor. So say there. Asa me too many bia no. Doctor education. We who say you 7. Obre ya ma wo ni adwuma. Honorable Doctor, we are Deputy Minister in charge of a special double track we are Deputy Minister for Education. One better who say now we who actually we do any send your normal connection. So far, has the budget not meeting your expectation? And a DNT and a NPP are buying what can be more sham say more overspending coming 2020 and now going to the next election.
I can't share a number of I just want to say that the budget has exceeded my expectation.
Okay.
It exceeded my expectation in regards to the fact that we are continuing what the government has been doing the last 3 years. We have an opportunity to transform education. When you come to education, you always have to look at three things. You have to look at access, you have to look at quality, you have to look at the relevance of your education system to ensure socio-economic transformation. when you talk about ourselves, this country has done well over the years at the basic level. But one major issue that we have not confronted was the fact that children after junior high school, if they happen to come from homes where there's less means, they were stuck. Even though they are not at the working age, they still could not go to secondary school. So the government took the bull by the horn and said, you know what, we have to change this. And that is what brought about free senior high school. Yes. So to me, free senior high school is not a political kind of promise. It is more about how do you transform your country. Because in education, one of the...
Introduce Sam George quickly. We have here Sam George. He's joined us. He's the MP for Pram, the almighty Jata. Sam George. Can we feel hard and sick? Charlie, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Sam George, quickly, we were trying to review the budget reading for today. Did the budget meet your expectations? What were you expecting?
Well, certainly not. The budget didn't meet any expectations. The budget was basically a rehash. And I'll start from where my big brother was on the free senior high school. Okay. Look, the free senior high school is a constitutional mandate. And I don't think any political party in this country has said the free senior high school is valid. What we've had challenges with is the implementation and the process by which it is being effected. Okay, I mean, government and the deputy minister will be one of the first people to admit that there have been challenges with implementation. And so when we say that there are problems with implementation, you can't say that we're being overly political. Absolutely. And for me, my problem with the free senior high school, if there's a problem, has to do with government communicators and their use of free senior high school as an excuse for lack of government spending in other sectors. In 2019, government did expenditure of 33 billion. Okay. 33 billion Ghana cedis. Now, for 2020, with the increment in enrollment, the estimation is 2.2 billion. Deputy Minister, am I right? About 2.2 billion for free senior high school. They're about 2.2 billion. So even if that figure is the same figure for last year, 2.2 billion, you realize that free senior high school is accounting for less than 10% of government expenditure. So free senior high school is a good thing. But you are giving it a bad name by always making free senior high school the reason for lack of government expenditure in other sectors. When we ask you why has government not paid NAPCO trainees, why has government not sent the payment to nursing trainees as he said, why has government not paid contractors? You say free senior high school. Whereas you are spending less than 2 billion on free senior high school.
Honorable, has it been the case that you attribute yes,
communicators, right? I'm sure this friend of mine interferes with them more than I do.
Okay. Maybe certainly.
So it's difficult for me to say that what he said is not right. But I'm glad that he came to the conclusion that free senior high school is not bankrupting the country. And the critical thing I believe is that if we look at the facts, we are going to agree. On the other hand, also when you look at some NDC, even the last prayer conference that they held, saying that
the press conference,
yes, saying that double track has increased our pregnancy rate among teenagers. Unfortunately, the mistake. No, but what I'm saying that in the same way that I talk about our communicators, sometimes some of your people also do not look at analysis carefully. You see, the mistake they made with that was that absolute numbers, they were right, but they did not juxtapose that against the increase in enrollment.
So you are looking at percentages?
Yes, because in statistical analysis, you can use absolute numbers. If I take 5...
The finance minister does that.
Let me finish. I mean, but if you look at this issue that came up, if 1 year I take 100 students to an exam and 5 fail, that's 5%. The following year, if I take 200 and 9 fail, it's 4.5. Even though absolute numbers was 9. So the mistake they made at this press conference was taking absolute numbers and then scapegoating double track for the reason why this has been taking place.
Double track. So how did that hit you?
No, I first of all, I cut them a slack. The reason I cut them a slack, I look at it and say, no, it's a mathematical problem. As a former mathematics teacher, I saw it clearly that it was lack of in-depth mathematical analysis that led to that conclusion. So I'll cut them a slack. But at least in the future, if you're going to say something for the whole world to hear, we are all parliamentarians. At least that's why I tell people all the time, I will not go on there and find a reason to lambast President Mahama for building E-Block. Whoever builds schools does a good thing. if there's some places where I thought some things could have been done right, I will add on. I will praise the president for Domi Kwabenya Frafraha, at Great Kenzima, Asiamai that we've just opened. Very good locations where it will be packed within a few years, right?
You can use it.
But if I go and look at Robonso, and I say that if I don't add a dormitory, I can't open that school, it's a fair criticism. But what we do to ourselves as parliamentarians is when we just look for a reason to do damage, which casts a slur on all of us. We are parliamentarians.
No, but let me try to end it here, and we would like to have you in the studio to continue. Once I continue with some George, I think you've had a fair share of your time. Thank you very much.
He's a good friend of mine.
I can tell.
I want a few 16 classroom blocks in my class.
You should see him especially for a good thank you. So you were making a point. I was taking your expectation on the budget so far, and then it looks like government is trying to not overspend going into an election year, which Ghanaians, I mean, we've had a precedent where mostly in an election year we tend to overspend. But this time around,
I'm happy you say government is trying, because when you take government's projected revenue and then government's projected expenditure, there's already a gap of 15 billion.
Okay.
So already government is going to be spending 15 billion in excess of what it is that they have already. You understand me? So yes, they may have the intention, but what is the reality?
Okay.
When you look at the figures that have been presented already, even before we go into the year, and again, when you look at revenue, most times government will always exceed its expenditure, but most times government never meets its revenue targets. And so when you already have a lacuna or a gap of 15 billion, it tells you that we are in for problems. And when you look at even that gap of 15 billion, and you ask yourself, what is government using it for? Out of that expenditure of 15 billion that you are going to see, you see only 148 million going into infrastructure. So it means the rest is going into consumer spending. An economy that spends a chunk of its revenue and its expenditure on consumer financing, consumer spending doesn't regenerate. The only thing that can regenerate itself is infrastructure. Okay, so my good sister who's come here from an infrastructure ministry, if you push a chunk of your expenditure into that kind of ministry,
then we will see,
and that ministry puts up infrastructure, that infrastructure would generate revenue and pay off whatever loan it is. But when you take it and put it into consumption and pay consumption, it won't regenerate itself.
But some George, so now the budget has been read. It will come down to committees and groups to look at it for passing. Are you going to raise some of these concerns?
No, absolutely. I mean, you have seen well, I serve on two committees. One is a post-mortem committee, public accounts.
Okay.
After the money has been spent, then we come and do accounting. How did you spend? But I am on the communication committee, which is an infrastructure ministry. And unfortunately, you have seen a decline in releases to the communication ministry. And it's the same thing across all the infrastructure ministries. So our report, unfortunately, most of the committees, and I'm sure the Works and Housing Committee always does it, in the recommendation, they always make a recommendation to the Minister for Finance to make more allocation to that ministry. However, it falls on deaf ears. Even the minimal allocation that's been done, you realize that they don't even get up to 60% of the releases done to them, because there's a difference between allocation and releases. So those are challenges for us. For me, one of the key things I've highlighted here has to do with the fishery sector. Because I've got fishermen in my constituency. I look at it. This in the first 3 quarters of 2019, from January to September 2019, fisheries grew by -6%. Meaning there's been a decline of 6%. I would have loved to see in this budget proactive government policy to address that problem, to tackle the problems that fishermen. The fishermen in my constituency are suffering.
Tell me a few of the loopholes you are seeing in this budget you just read.
Well, you see, the budget is same.
Same.
Look,
same old thing from the first, second.
I can take. In fact, if you go to my Facebook page, I've already done it. Already. I took a picture of 2019 and 2020 roads. 98% of the roads that were listed in the 2019 budget to be done have been replicated, same order in 2020. It tells you that the roads didn't happen in 2019. Okay. I've also raised another issue about roads. I've asked that, look, this is the 4th budget that has been presented by this government. In the 4 budgets, not even 1 kilometer of road has been allocated to the eastern corridor. No, eastern corridor of Greater Accra. That is where I come from. I'm speaking from my people. The eastern corridor of Greater Accra has 5 constituencies. Bunkata Manso, Shayo Sudoku, Ningo Pram Pram, Sige, and Adam. Government has scheduled to do close to 60 kilometers of road in Greater Accra region, but in the Eastern Corridor, nothing. Why? Is it because those areas are deemed to be pro NDC?
Good question. Let's hold it there. Honorable, Honorable, you're welcome to our conversation. But earlier on, some of the NPPs have also criticized the ex-administration for claiming to have done all the roads, and I'll let Honorable Frida take it from there. I would like to come in. He's saying he's featured 3 consecutive roads back to back, same order, and he's posted on his Facebook. What have you got to say?
The road in the done all the roads. Which of them
Honorable, we never said we have done all the roads.
Very quiet.
Okay. The roads
you listed that you've constructed all the roads in this country.
He's trying to be specific.
No,
not specific to the roads.
This is not the first time that any government is making provision for consumables in this country. For every government, you make provision for consumables and make provision for infrastructure. You cannot only for infrastructure. Let's work. It's the budget. It has balance in this budget. The NDC. And they are amazed at the content in the budget. And they don't have anything to say about the government, about the budget. So they just want to make, as usual, let their presence from, let their constituency that they are saying something.
How do you feel about this budget? Tell us.
I'm very happy about this.
Expectation met about this
my
budget?
You see, you can't have it 100%, but my expectation has been met.
Okay.
I'm not more with the infrastructure ministry, I'm with the gender ministry. And gender ministry, I see gender ministry as a problem-solving ministry.
Yes,
and provision has been made so much for the school feeding program, for the LEAD program, for the 1D1F, for the 1 million per constituency project, and we've been able to defray all the debts they left behind. National health insurance is one. Even the gender ministry, they left out a debt of about 200 million. We paid it off. Haven't we paid? And how much? It is true.
National health insurance.
It is true.
She mentioned national health insurance.
Yes, and then the
national health insurance debt.
There is still debt at national
No, but
health insurance.
didn't you
Debt of 1.2 billion.
Didn't you need the debt that have been paid? Has the debt not been paid?
Relax. Government is a continuum.
Yeah,
you came in and met a debt.
You see,
how much
them.
have you generated?
You see them.
How much have you paid?
Then they will say that government.
How much have you paid and how much have you paid?
I can't get you the
I'll give you the figures.
I will not let you do propaganda with this because I cannot take your figures. And I will not take it because you always do propaganda. You always want your president to be because you are not saying the truth. You see, this budget.
Once we don't have the facts, let's
so that is facts.
She doesn't have alternative facts. She's just saying she won't believe it.
And
now I'm saying that I
will not mention figures which are not
health appeared before us.
Okay. I will not mention figures which are not true.
Was not there.
Okay.
But
what I'm saying is, I will not mention figures which are not true.
Okay.
So ask us.
Okay.
This government when we are doing office, we don't pay off.
And how much have you left?
Whether we don't pay off the school debt as well.
But
when they were leaving office, they had recruited people into the fire service, to the prison service, to the police service, into the Ghana army, and all other
the forces.
The forces. How much money did they leave? Was it in that budget?
No, but recruitment is something every government does. Are you not recruiting? When you recruit,
she's referring to recruiting without making adequate provision financially.
You see, that is an incorrect position.
Okay.
That's correct.
Every government recruits based on financial clearance. That is why you always have. That is why you always have a number of people who are qualified, but a certain number is approved and clear.
Yeah.
So you cannot say that people were recruited without clearance.
They also decided to increase the national service allowance and all those things.
You think that was not done in good faith?
So President Kufuor did propaganda when he also introduced President Kufuor. Is she saying that the venerable President Kufuor, the elder statesman, did propaganda when he introduced single spine 2 days to leave in office? Is that what you are saying?
That's what you are saying. I'm saying that you did propaganda with yours. Have you mentioned President Kufuor? That is what you are saying. You decided to increase the national service without making provision for it.
Increase for 70,000 people. 70,000 people. Increase of 100.
They're only refusing to accept. They're only refusing to accept the fact that they left this country with a huge debt. They left this country tattered, and this NPP government has come to.
You
You got your chance.
You finish. Yeah.
And when you were speaking, I was
speaking the whole for herself.
when you were speaking, I was right.
Go ahead. Yeah.
You are talking about the budget, and asked me about
Your
my expectation on the
and whether
budget,
they were met.
and my expectations have been met in the sense that from my ministry's perspective, the school feeding program, the LEAD program. Apart from that, provision has been made for the 1 million per constituency projects under the Ministry of President Special Initiative, and we've made provision for the NAPCO. We've made provision for the school feeding program. We've made provision for the free senior high school. We've made provision to pay for the census, which is also coming next year. So 2020 is an election year, and it's going to be combined with the census. It's also going to be combined with payment of outstanding payments of debts and all that. Even with the road sector, you know how much budget they left on this economy. We've been able to pay off, and we are still clearing it by the grace of God. Yesterday we all had good news.
I like the smile, the spark of smile.
Yes, we all had good news, and I was expecting some God for once to congratulate this government that for once, the Chinese are able to fulfill their promises. During their term, the $3 billion from the Chinese
for the housing
never came, but this time it has come, and then we made provision for the police as well. So this.
Let me take your last bit. My government is not right.
So that I don't. So
you don't miss the point. Okay.
Let me just state for the records. It's not true and it's incorrect to say that under the NDC the Chinese did not meet their obligation. No.
When did they come?
There was a $3 billion China Development Bank.
When did they come?
Okay.
When did they come?
My sister, relax. I'll show you. If she's not aware, it was broken into 2 tranches. Just like this one.
When did the first tranche come?
The first tranche was $1.5 billion US dollars. That
You
money
see,
came
when they say something, they just go round in circles.
He's trying to.
What money was used to build that above gas? If you don't know, and I'm explaining,
if you want to seek for other funding for other purposes,
so it's an alternative funding was done.
Please, the records are clear.
And above all, we've been able to
the Chinese released
the most important thing for Ghanaians is that we've been able to fix.
What are you talking about?
You can do that by doing what? Oh, please.
Show me.
We were in darkness for 4 years.
When?
If not more than 4 years. How many years since we came? Have we been in those?
She's disputing Dr. Baumia.
That's what?
Dr. Baumia in March 2017
said what?
On Joy Super Morning Show.
Said what?
Admitted that doing so ended in 2016 under the Mama administration.
I didn't hear that. You are saying it.
You may not have heard it, but
it never ended in 2016.
Let me take your last question. I was asking that why is the NPP government trying to not overspend going into an election year?
That the affordable gas came from the first tranche of the CDC. $1 billion.
Let me take a last
out
question.
Of $1.5 billion. The Kotapom railway line you see all came from the China Development Bank first tranche, $1.5 billion.
Okay.
I didn't forget to talk about the railway.
The railway sector.
Everything that the MPP is doing or has done, you want to take credit for things you've not done.
Me and you have been in this parliament.
It is a continuing government. But that doesn't mean that we should give credit to NDC when they didn't do anything about it.
That is international. Comes to this house for
before it's gone.
For approval. Ask her if any contract agreement, any loan agreement has come to this house for any railway.
Let's look at your why the NPP government is trying not to overspend going into an election year. Because mostly we've had precedents where governments wouldn't mind overspending.
And that's the more reason why Ghanaians should commend the NPP government, and for that matter, the president and his vice president, Dr. Baumia, for prudent management of this economy and for prudent spending. Because the president keeps on assuring us, and he said it today too, that he's not going to overspend this budget. Because he's put down prudent measures to ensure that things are done the right way. So that's exactly what we are going to pursue next year. So we are not going to overburden ourselves or going to overburden this country with things that we cannot afford to do. Where we can get the funding to do or pursue other programs and projects, we are going to do. But we are not going to overspend.
So Sam George,
we hope that we'll not overspend the budget.
Sam George.
I don't hear him.
A president who promised to tackle corruption, a president who promised that he was going to move us from taxation to production. But that same president has introduced 50% increase in CST. That same president has seen 27 price increases in petrol in his 2.5 years in government.
So I'm just telling us the
when speaking, I was quiet.
During their term of office.
When you're speaking, I was quiet.
I want to
when I
end on
finish,
that.
you can come back.
Yes.
50% increase in petrol prices. Okay, the same president who said he was going to reduce taxation and increase productivity has seen the extension. Today, we are being told that the national
so when I also start speaking, you should not interject.
Yes, 5% of national
we have a
stabilization levy, which was supposed to have a sunset clause of December 31st, 2017, and has been extended 2 times already. We are being told in this administration
you want to
that it is
I can keep everything in my head, no problem.
It's been extended by 3 years. The 5% national fiscal stabilization levy, ESLA, has seen, which should have ended in 2017, has seen an increase of 27% and an extension of this mandate. Again, corporate taxes, which should have dropped from 25% to 20% as promised by this government, has failed to materialize. A president that has this track record, a president who has listed roads and has not done any of them, now comes back to tell you in an election year budget that, oh, in this election year I won't spend, and you think you believe it. Show me any budget.
So you think they will overspend?
2000 under President Mahama, by President Rawlings, 2004 under President Kufuor, 2008 under President Kufuor, 2012 under President Mahama, because President Samuels had passed by then, 2016 under President Mahama. Take all of these budgets and read. They all speak about not overspending.
Yes.
Fantastic.
But in 2004, did we overspend?
2004 is the only year where
under President Kufuor, yes,
where you saw that government did not
try to cap the expenditure.
Exactly. But the point I'm making here, by 2008, the same Kufuor administration, ballooned it. Then if you come to the Mahama administration, in 2015 was the first time in this fourth republic, 2015, not 16, you had a budget surplus. Budget surplus. So saying that the government has come to say they will not spend.
You think we shouldn't just accept it?
And see. Ask her ministry what government said that they will give them as allocation.
Whether they've received it.
If the releases have matched it.
Honorable Peter, he's made a very good point to an end. So now you can have your time. And probably will be the last.
Did you hear any new mention of any new taxes in this budget?
No.
Is she asking me?
I was actually looking out for it.
The extension of deadlines is tantamount to a new one.
I think you had finished.
No, you asked me.
I'm not asking. I'm asking the question.
I didn't.
If a tax is supposed to expire on the 31st of December 2019, and you extend it by 3 years, what is it?
Okay, Honorable Frida, go
ahead. At least we didn't hear any more taxes. So that's credit to this government. I was expecting my colleague to say kudos to the finance minister and his team. When you talk about corruption, sometimes when the NDC talks about corruption, I find it very difficult to understand. You have sworn in corruption, you have pursued corruption, everything that you did during the administration is bottled with corruption. So you
I wouldn't want to interject. So you finish up. Sandra, let her finish. Go ahead.
We are dealing with a president who is a good lawyer in stature, and he has a good lawyer as an attorney general. And some people are so in court now. You've been tagged with corruption. But I will not just take some drugs to court because I say all NDCs are corrupt. But you have to take those who have muddied themselves in corruption. So who have we have the Bas branding to talk about.
Who have you jailed?
We have even the former president himself when he was tagged with the hunger. The sitting president, of course. That was the former president who was also tagged with
accusations of corruption.
It's not accusations. That's why I'm saying that the Attorney General's department is dealing with these issues. So you should give them time. You see, when the court proceedings starts and it starts rolling, then we'll see whether we are jailing people or not jailing people. I'm not an AG, so I'm not talking about so much about it, but I'll leave it to the AG's department to deal with it and to take the challenge that some judge is saying that we've not jailed their people, so they should take them to court and pursue them and take the money to
for himself.
What some judges saying has a point.
Now he also talked about roads.
He also talked about roads. You don't take perception to court. That's why you can't jail anybody.
So go ahead. You talked about roads.
Yeah, roads.
When we came, they had used the road fund to secure some money
Okay.
Hello. Yes,
UBA.
UBA.
To secure money.
Yeah.
So we didn't
extend. You also done
we
the same
didn't
thing.
even have money at the time to pay for their own contractors. They So what do we negotiate? We have to put system
more money.
contractors in place.
We went for 150, you went for 300 million.
We are paying the road contractors. They've started the road construction. And now by the grace of God, our first tranche of the money from the Chinese is also in. And the contractors will go to site. So the road, whether it's made in China or it's made in Ghana, we are going to construct the road.
I would like to personally invite you to the studio.
My constituency, we are benefiting. If the judge constituency wants to benefit from the road construction, they should go back to their dream book and tell Ghanaians that they couldn't construct all the roads in the country. For that matter, then the FPP is going to control.
Ask her what her constituency is. Let me just
Tell the roads that you've done for
constituency.
We'll continue.
My constituency is not constituency.
Yes. Fantastic. So which of the metros do you come under?
Honorable, you know what?
Because I want to say the 2019 budget.
And then
the own government promised that they were going to fix the roads in Ashanti Road. Yes. And they didn't do it.
Well,
who says so? Who says so? My constituency is not in Ashanti Road. My constituency is not in Ashanti Road. Let me tell you. They are fixing Church Aduban Road. They are going to fix.
They are going to.
Oh, of course, it is provided. They are going to fix Yankutan Road. They are fixing Boma Junasi Attention Road. They are fixing John Quanta Brady Road. They are fixing John Quanta Wokukura Road. And they are doing the drainage as well. So don't you be road.
We'll continue this conversation, like I said, some judge and
future impossible things.
That's what you think.
We would like to thank you very much.
It's
been so good. It's been so good having you. And I think we couldn't have the best right now. This is actually the best pair I've had on my show today. And it's the 2020 budget reading here at the Parliament House in Accra. And we brought you an extension of dialogue here, right here. We thank you all for being with us and making time with us. This is Net2 TV. We are streaming our shows live on YouTube at Net2 TV GH and also on our website www.net2tvgh.com. www.net2tvgh.com. My name again is Abidenim. Thank you to the production crew, Safo, Randy Safo. We have Kenneth Ejapon Jr. with my boss. We have Mrs. Stella Wilson Ejapon, our CEO, in the office coordinating every one of us. Barbara, Sandra, Nanaba, Vida,